jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
First in the building, Carlos Rosado is on deck. Big shout out to you, big dog. Appreciate you pulling up in the building. You already know what it is. WCS back with another one. Big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side, A-side, A-side. A-side official. Big salute to y'all. Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing on deck. I see you, Blunts, in the building. Salute to you. The GOAT has arrived. Big shout out to you, man. Arnold Brown is in the building. Salute, good people. Salute to you, brother. Tyrese is on deck. Night shift. What up, fellas? Shout out to Tyrese out there getting it in, making that money, doing something productive, excelling in life. That's what it's about. I was on that graveyard shift for over half of my military career. You know what I'm saying? 12 hours. I know all about that graveyard, couriering messages. You know what I'm saying? In the AM to the Pentagon. Man, it's crazy, man. But be safe out there, brother. No doubt about it. Dodge J is on deck. I see you in the building. Salute, WCS. Salute to you. Jones is in the building at WCS Dope Topic, man. You already know what it is, man. We know how we do it down south, shouty. For real. That's where we at. Remember when Teo was catching backlash after his last fight about black fighters or something like that? Teo has been on record with a lot of controversial statements. Just because he said, y'all, you know, I'm leaving and y'all can have the black fighters if you want them. I mean, dude, it's according to how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I guess the way I look at it, Carlos, and everybody else is listening. Big shout out to y'all. Hit the like button if you're in the building. Dude, this is the way I look at it. It's just certain areas when they deal with blacks. When it's another like Latino or whatever, you're gonna have your discrepancies on either side. It don't matter. The wedge is always gonna be there. It is like that with any race, man. But we know when to get prejudiced. We know when to get racial. We know when to pull the card out. Okay, that's anybody. Well, I'm speaking for my people. I didn't see any, you know, yeah, it sound harsh and abrasive. It sound like it could have had some malicious intent. But at the end of the day, man, we say stuff that's way worse than that to each other. But let's get to the topic though. Let's get to the MF and topic. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez, man. If y'all don't know, Lopez is one of my favorite fighters. Been that way for quite some time. I try when I talk about Teofimo Lopez, who is 19 and 1, 13 knockouts, only 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? Same age as Jaron Bucenis. Same age as David Benavidez. And Teo's accomplished more than both of them. That's the wild part about it, with less fights. But that's not even my topic. That's not even what I came here to say. I'm just, when it's time to basically, get the verbal engines going, you know what I'm saying? And press on the gas. Certain things will be on notice. Teofimo has done some things in his career, in his 20 bouts as a professional, that a lot of boxers can't say they did. You know what I'm saying? A lot of boxers can't say they did. See, I know a lot of people be quick to bring up Vasyl Lomachenko in winning a championship in his third professional fight, but also he took a L. Teofimo Lopez won his first championship. He was still undefeated. Then he went right after that and fought the pound for pound, and he ended up beating him for all the titles. I'm not here to discuss whether you like it, to hear it or not, but what he was able to do is amazing. But he recently came out and he basically put it out there and let it be known. And let's read this tweet. Teo said media has fault as well when the truth is not told to the public on who did what and such. All because anyone who speaks on truth gets canceled or gets threatened by promoters by not granting media credentials for major fight to those with morals. The whole thing is a hot mess. Teo said media has a fault as well when the truth is not told to the public on who did what and such. All because anyone who speaks on truth gets canceled or gets threatened by promoters by not granting media credentials for major fights to those with morals. This whole thing is a hot mess. So what exactly was Teo talking about? I'm not going to get into the fine details because boxers who are outspoken like Teo, they definitely go through some situations. You know what I'm saying? They have to go in the back alleys and have some meetings with some people. You know what I'm saying? Some mischievous, unscrupulous individuals. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Teo and his dad has been on record as being embroiled in controversy several times. You know what I'm saying? And Teo knows how to bring the controversy at the right time. He's been on record as saying Deontay Wilder told him to stop acting like a bitch. He's been on record for that. That's Teofimo Lopez. And see, that's why when I was supporting Deontay Wilder and Teofimo Lopez, a lot of my people felt like, as media, I need to choose a side all of a sudden. I'm like, huh? Yeah, you heard what he said about Deontay Wilder. I said, you went up to the Deontay Wilder's camp. He let you in. You want to still support T.O.? I was like, but that situation had nothing to do with me, though. I wasn't a contributing factor to that situation. You know what I'm saying? But I did check T.O. on it. It's on record. I did say, no, That was fucked up, T.O. That was fucked up. You shouldn't have said that because why would you direct all that attention to Deontay Wilder at the time? But T.O., I try to tell people that he's a great manipulator. He know how to work the lens. A lot of cats don't know how to work the lens and get people conditioned and used to what they saying so they can pull up on you because you're gonna talk that. You know what I'm saying? Blair the Flair Cobbs. When people interview Blair, he wear his entire mouthpiece, everything on this lapel. Everything. You're gonna get everything from Blair the Flair. Each interview, he's gonna give you the dang he's gonna give you the Ric Flair impersonation. He's gonna give you all the ad libs. He's gonna talk his talk about what he think about certain fighters. He's gonna talk it. I like it. But T.O. is different though. T.O. know how to say things that rub people wrong on a much higher, deeper level. You know, it's not the cliche trash talking in boxing. T.O., his flow is talking about things that really can rub the higher ups the wrong way. He's very good at it. About him mentioning media has fault as well. That's true. Media does have fault. It's tough going ahead of these fights all the time in certain promotions. And if you covered them before, thinking it's going to be extremely easy to always get in, that's not the case. But promoters have individuals that basically frolic the YTC media streets. And they do stand on the corner a lot and listen and see what's going on out here on the YTC. It's been like that for a long time. And they do talk. You'll be amazed at how they find out things. Always remember this if you media. You have to make a choice when you out here in this boxing game and you're trying to cover the sport of boxing. Always remember that anyone and everyone can access your link and send it to a particular promotion that you're doing business with, you know, that you're being credentialed with. They will find a Twitter account, they will find a freaking IG account, by all means necessary, Facebook, and they will attempt to put you out there so you won't get approved for credentials. I'm not saying this is what T.O. is talking about, but it has been the Keith Idicks, the Mike Coppingers, you know, Dan Raphael, I believe. You know, these guys, they have faced reprimand from either or. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's PBC or Top Rank, it's been some times where they face some conditional reprimands. I might be a little off. I'm not for sure. Out of the three, which two? I know two of them have for sure. We've seen the Keith Idicks situation play out with Top Rank. But what Teofimo Lopez is basically drumming on is the ones who speak up about certain situations because they get the info behind the scenes. They get the exclusive information. It's good to get the exclusive. It's good to have people that's loyal to you, that's willing to talk. But not everything that's loyal is meant to be presented out to the public. You know what I'm saying? If you want to speak on something that someone dropped you as exclusive, and they say, you know what, I don't care what you do with it. It's up to you. But this is a potent topic that you was talking about. And you have to understand there's going to be certain individuals who pretty much, you know, raise a brow and they're gonna show that concern. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give you the expression lines in their forehead. They're gonna say, well, how did that person get that information? And why are they talking about the way they are? That's real life shit, bro. That is real life shit with this media. It's good that he's mentioned by not granting media credential because I have been there. I look at this, right? And shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. You know what I'm saying? It's always a pleasure having you on deck because I got some intelligent human beings on deck. You know what I'm saying? And they speak the boxing whenever they want to, you know, get out there and start getting, you know, turning up. I don't have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Show your personality. But when it comes to if you get approved by credentials. When it really starts to matter is if you're putting out content. If you're just hanging out in the chat and you are a supporter, you good. But most of the ones who are submitting requests to get credentials are content creators. They have some type of channel that's doing fairly decent. The thing is that some of these creators have indeed severed communication between content creators and certain fighters. Because it is a dog eat dog world out there. It's out people they're not out there to see in your best interest. They can see you out here shining, putting videos up, and then they always want to say, hey man, let me talk to so-and-so. Hey man, I saw you do a video with so-and-so. And this is where the game gets extremely dirty. This is where I say F you. You know what I'm saying? I'll say F and I'm out. It's when fighters, when you get these credentials and you do interviews with some of these fighters, and another content creator comes in because they know this fighter better than you do. They may have contacts and stuff, and they call them up and talk. And then the next time you want to get an interview, that fighter's acting funny and they never even talk to you. They really don't want to hear you talk your shit. Unless you're talking that shit about them in a good way. This credential is real touchy. Really, really touchy. You see the stuff play out on the YTC all the time. You see the content creators that's willing to sacrifice their souls to promote every PBC fighter. These are not boxing fans. These are boxing cheerleaders. Because cheerleaders, most of the time, you see them doing what? They're cheering for a certain team. You feel me? That's what cheerleaders do. They cheer for a certain team. I've promoted heavy PBC fighters and top rank fighters. And Matchroom. I mean, I don't have a certain, flavor when it comes to the fighters I promote with the promotion. But I do have a flavor when it comes to the absolute birthday cake. Some of the best dessert when it comes to having your credentials. That's top rank. Top rank treat you with motherfucking dignity. That's the best freaking promotion to do media at and cover the fight. Real talk. They're the best out there. I just feel when it comes to what Teofimo Lopez about granting media credentials, I told you that, I was real critical of some PBC fighters. I mean, a PBC fighter like Errol Spence. I know that certain individuals wanted me to kiss their ass, and it was never going to happen. A lot of the gossip and shit that goes on the YTC, I kind of get that feeling with the PBC that a lot of the lifelines is out here with these niggas that's linking up with PBC, and they just building up this network of hound dogs, and all they do is go sniffing around for shit. And once they find it, they report back to certain entities so they can be aware. So when I told y'all I went out there with credentials, and this is what, me speaking out on what I'm doing and what Teo's saying about not granting media credentials. As much as I was out there in the camp, I wasn't kissing ass back then. I never could get credentials for a big fight because I knew why. I wasn't up there kissing her ass, right? I wasn't doing it. And then every time that particular person saw me in person, she always wanted my attention. Then y'all know how I've been critical about Spence. I said, hey, I'm just gonna let you know, I'm gonna be up there in Beverly Hills. It's cool. I heard you got to get credentials to do that. She say, oh, you coming out to Beverly Hills? Like I couldn't afford the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't gonna do it. Oh, that'll be something different. I said, can I get in or not? Yeah, come on. You can get in. So she just said it so nonchalantly. So when I get there and I show up, it's all drama. It's all drama. You know what I'm saying? Just craziness, all fucking drama. You're talking about somebody who's not that younger than that person, and have basically retired at a young age and been doing my thing for a long time. I've served my nation's colors, but to have people disrespect you over some boxing stuff and to say, okay, you can come out here with the Beverly Hills, but then turn around and try to get me kicked out. Try to start drama, and people looking at her like she crazy. Like, what is your problem? This, I know him. Like, he ain't did nothing to you, but yet you wait till he walked through the door to the actual press conference and start going off. Anyway, not to make it about me. I'm speaking more so the credential aspect of it. When it comes down to how they select certain people, you have seen a swarm of individuals off the YTC that's finally getting around to doing what me and many others have been doing for a while. Seriously, they finally getting around to do it. They'll go to a fight, and you gotta be aware of who fights they go to. I see fight when it's Canelo. Oh, they just go to a Canelo fight. They got to go to a Canelo fight, and I don't blame him because Canelo is a freaking superstar. He's an icon. When it's all over and done, Canelo's gonna get that love because, like I said today, him and Charlo is the same age, but yet Canelo seems he's more polished. Okay, I'm not gonna use mature today. I'm gonna use polish. He seems more polished. He is more mature, but I want to keep it a less irritable type of explanation. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my words to say like, well, he's a bit more juvenile than Canelo. No, they're the same age, but there's a distinct difference in demeanor. How they express themselves, carry themselves. How cool and collective Canelo is when answering these trick questions. They're supposed to basically emote you on demand, but Canelo sit there smooth. He say, you will see, you will learn. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what animal I have to be. Very, very smooth. Slick with the tongue, smooth, in his reaction. And that's a good counterpuncher when it comes to the verbal spar. He's a good counterpuncher, Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But in the YTC, man, you're seeing a lot of different people get credentials now because they're willing to support heavy PBC fighters. Because the amount of labor, like I mentioned before, the amount of labor that you can put in doing this content creation, you still have people out there that feels like that's not enough. It depends on who you're doing this. Who are you executing all this labor for? What promotion? Are you promoting the opposite promotion, the competing promotion? Are you promoting the other? You know what I'm saying? It depends on who you're promoting. A lot of people are finding it their cup of tea to support certain fighters that's over the PBC, which a fighter's a fighter. That's cool. But my problem is with this credential shit is that when the fighters of the promotion is told not to pretty much support or do interviews with certain media segues, that's when that's a situation with me. That's when it becomes pointless to fight the fight and put in for credentials, even though the submission form is easy. It's just when you put in for the submission and they want to tell you, oh, we don't have enough. And then you see certain people there and they barely got even 2,000 subscribers. But yet this person trying to tell you need all these subscribers. And I say, it's no way that you can validate each subscriber one by one to assure and think those are raw numbers. Those are raw organic numbers. There's no way. There's no way. You have some people out here with check marks by their YouTube channel that you're supposed to get once you get what? A certain amount of subscribers. And then you have certain content creators with way more subscribers than that. And they don't have a blue check. They don't have a blue check. So that just goes to show you there's content creators out here that's out here able to use their resources to fake it till they make it. The sad part about it is that you have the individuals at the promotions that'll look at who's user friendly, look at their numbers, and they just assume, okay, this is who we want to deal with. The fucked up part about it is that once you go to a promotion and you have covered, let's just say 3 of their fights already, it should be easy for you to get approved for credentials and go in there and do what you're supposed to do. It shouldn't be an obstacle course. It shouldn't be a boot camp. And some people demeanor that stays to themselves, I guess it irritates certain people when they want that attention. I guess it does. You know what I'm saying? Because I never got approved for Deontay Wilder's rematch and the rematch and the third fight. And I was out there. Look, I was out there to the presser. I was out there to the presser for the trilogy, and still didn't get approved for the third fight, because the lie was that when it comes to credentials, they only had a certain amount of credentials. Well, I don't understand why you was catering to the UK media when you should have allotted this amount for the UK and this amount for the US media. You feel me? I mean, it's one of the biggest fights, and it's over here in the US, but a lot of media was being pretty much ostracized and denied media credentials for whatever reason. But you can guarantee these content creators that supporting certain fighters that's attached to a promotion, they are indeed dropping links and everything to that promotion to make sure you don't cover fights over there. But it's a method to the madness, though, if they really know what they're doing. Some don't like it. Well, some are not aware of it because they just feel like, okay, in order to be certified, I have to go about it this way. No, it's a way that you can get the interviews. It's a way that you continue to grow and flourish. It's a way. You just got to learn how to do that in the trenches while you're on the deployment. You got to learn what areas to seek out. You have to know what time to try to be in this particular place and stuff like that. But I like what T.O. put out there about granting media credentials, threatened by promoters by not granting media credentials. It happened. It sure enough happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't understand if I covered the fights and everything was cool, why I was getting all of a sudden, friction. And come to find out, this certain individual was up here grouping all black media as if they was associated with the LDBC. Now, it's not up to me to care about who feels some type of way about this, but I'm telling the truth. They tried to group black media together once the stuff went down with Fred. That's a fact. I was told that because, how outspoken he was against Al Haymon and stuff like that. So they were sitting up here waving a stop sign with a whole lot of black media without even doing their research. You up here, you wondering why you can't go to the big fights credentialed. And you find out there's a freaking collective collusion going on where they're preventing a lot of media outlets that may have attachment to this one person from being credentialed in the promotion. And if you come down to a promotion, they need so much help, man. They need all these media people here. It's good to have the US media here. Like today's media. It was a good media setting. It seems like it was a good group of people out there asking questions. You know what I'm saying? You have Canelo and you got Charlo. It was a good group of voices, presenting questions. I like what I seen. But what they have to go through, you have to have the good look. You have to be a certain familiarization. You gotta, to me, you got to be able to support certain fighters. And they have a good understanding that you dare to support their fighters. But I'm glad I'm not being credentialed by them anymore, because what I have found out is that the fighters themselves will tell you no. It don't matter how long you was in the service. It don't matter how many fights you covered. I was having fighters telling me no, that I couldn't get this and get that because they was busy pushing one media segue. And that media segue at recent was going hard on Terrence Crawford before the fight, all because they didn't get what they wanted from Terrence. So they started dogging him out and bigging up Errol Spence. So how's that not the same? And you know who I'm talking about when it comes down to that particular fighter, Bud Crawford, calling him out in the post-fight conference. He said he was over there looking retarded. But this is what I found out. A lot of fighters over there, is catering to this dude. You know what I'm saying? I've heard so many things on why they're catering to him. He's putting money in their pockets and all this, or whatever the case may be. But check this out. When it comes to credential, it's credentials. Okay, we want to cover the freaking fight. We want to see the fighters and cover the fight. That's it. We want to be able to go there and do our business, not be singled out for what fighters be trying to say. Oh well, I don't want that person. It's been black fighters that blackball black media too. It's been other fighters that blackball, but mostly black fighters. That's period. I'm being straight up. They will sit up there and say, "Nah, I heard what you said about me. Make sure so and so don't get no credentials to the fight." I'm like, why? And the crazy part about it, the Charlo's been on that docket. They've been on that docket, man. I know I keep bringing the Charlo up because he on fight week, but shit, the shit I'm saying is not a lie. They was one of the ones that don't want them, they'll sit up there and put a hit and say, no, don't prove them for credentials. There's plenty of fighters that come up and you piss them off. You say something about them. They say, hey, so-and-so come in here, don't prove him for this fight. Don't prove him for this fight. Approve him for another fight, but don't prove him for my fight. Because they think, you're going to get access and they feel that they're big and seeing you in there in front of them. Well, we've seen it play out. I know that the boxing voice has been up and down, certain ripples, so certain streams that had different currents. You know what I'm saying? Some of them currents got rough and people try to freaking wash them downstream, man, out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? You're going to piss somebody off. You're going to definitely piss somebody off. But when you're in bed with the promotion, you got to be a good little boy. Else you're not going to get approved for credentials. That's where it becomes a dilemma. I mean, that's where it becomes a easy decision for me because I'm like, I'm not willing to go through that shit. I'm not willing to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm chill. I'm cool. Whatever. I'm not really, tripping when I'm on deck. I know what I got to do. I know if I'm shooting, I know where I got to be. I know which fighters I can talk to, but I'm not kissing no fighter's ass. I'm not going up to you. If you got a problem with me, I'm not doing that shit, bro. I talk less in person than I do on the mic. Because if I gave them the energy that I give y'all on the mic, they'll really have a problem. I'm talking about just average, good-hearted people. If I was to talk my shit, that got to be a one-on-one interview. Most of the time, time tick by, you can't get that one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in a media scrum like your witness, you got to hurry up and fire off the clip because there's some people that just don't care. They got to get, they have to get their questions out there. They want to post those edited videos up and get the views. You don't want to spend your money being a media scrum and not be able to get a question off because they move the fighter to the next end for them to ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Only certain media can go from one side and work their way up in there, worm their way up through the crowd again and start asking questions again. It's a lot of worms, you know what I'm saying? Little mice that'll scurry their way around your ankles and shit and then stand up. I'm right here. I wanted to know, where did you get your belt? I see you wearing the ponytail right now. And it has a green beret. What does the beret stand for? You have a green, a yellow, and a red. Man, come on, bro. Where you get the watch from? Oh my God, look at the face on it. I love it. I see you have a wristband. What does the wristband stand for? Huh? I see you have a necklace, a cereal necklace. Is that Cheerios? Captain Crunch? Oreos? Chocolate chips? Which O's is it? I just want to know. I mean, you go through some crazy shit, bro. And then I look at it like this too with certain fighters. The ones that really fuck with you, they know what your personality is about. So no matter what somebody tell them about you, they'll still fuck with you heavy. They still fuck with you heavy. Andrew Charles on deck. What's good with it? Don Vaughn on deck. They'll definitely fuck with you heavy, bro. MMA back on deck. What's good? What's good? I'm glad you showed back up, MMA. This is the place you want to be, because the weigh-in's tomorrow, and then the massacre is going to go down Saturday. So at least you around some good people that can nurse you back to health. You know what I'm saying? Once that massacre plays out in the T-Mobile Arena again, Diddy James gonna go down in history as the only coach to be a part of 2 massacres in the same year. You know what I'm saying? There's 2 massacres in the same year. It don't matter if it's not for his titles, for real. But with T.O. putting this tweet out, I want to know what he's going to do to change it. If he can do anything to change it, to be honest. Because he's a very outspoken fighter. He does have freaking sponsorships like a lot of other people don't have. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's good for him to speak out on it. You know what I'm saying? He's been known to keep the same energy. Not everybody ever is gonna like you, especially if you have a way of expressing yourself. Not everybody's ever gonna like you. It's not gonna go down that way. It's not gonna go down that way, bro. But what is clear is this. You can say what you want. The fight is going down. And I want to play some sound bites for you. You know what I'm saying? I want to play a sound bite for you. I'm trying to contemplate whether I want to play this particular sound bite. Because I don't know, man. I gotta really think about this. Let me see. Yeah, Bunce, I got that. And that's one of the sound bites I was gonna play because I know about that history. And see, that particular person that you're talking about is this person I already had a run-in with in NYC. You know what I'm saying? I said I wasn't gonna talk on it. I'm gonna keep my word. I ain't gonna talk on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of respect for him, I'm not gonna talk to her. But I did pull up. But that was one of the reasons I definitely would like to make an example, because this is a person who did an interview with Charlo, and he's had a history of really fucking with Latino fighters heavy and kind of having this strange, weird denouncing of black fighters, almost like a Caucasian, a white person would do to a black. He's had areas where it seems like he was really being racial towards, discriminating against black fighters. But yet I see him doing an interview with male Charlo, and I'm saying to myself, it seems like the Charlos always have the background check on black media. It's something that they know about black media. If they don't, they still treat you like they do. But yet somebody can come up here like this guy and do an interview, and really he's doing it to a point that he support Canelo. If it's a grading scale of 100 to 0, he support Canelo Alvarez 100% and freaking Jermell Charlo 0%. But since he's in a position to take advantage of Media Week, he's gonna do an interview with him, and Charlo's just up here. He's gonna throw all the little hustle and flow questions at him, and that Charlo want to hear. He asked Charlo one of those questions like, people talking about your demeanor. I mean, what is the demeanor of a lion before a strike? It's calm, cool, and collective. I'm like, shit, not the lines I see out that motherfucker. Them bitches ain't no calm, cool, collective. Calm, cool, collective is the ones who continue to walk the same, look the same, and you don't know what's up until you know what I'm saying? A lion don't give you that impression. When a lion start to come towards you, you absolutely know it's not to get your social media. He's not about to ask you what your social media accounts are. He's not about to ask you, hey, are you heading to that goddamn fight coming up next week? He's not about to ask you, is there any way you can lend me $1, a $2, a $3? I'm trying to get some of that good meat down the street. You know what I'm saying? I heard they got that fresh elk. You know what I'm saying? That fresh gazelle down that motherfucker. That's what I'm trying to do. Hey, he's not pulling up, for you for an interview. That motherfucker start galloping. They goddamn shit. They already salivating. They showing their teeth. They about to come goddamn kill your ass. So I don't know what type of lion. Once again, that's cool, calm, collective before they strike. I don't know, bro. I don't know who that is. Who that is, bro? I don't know who's cool, calm, collective. That's a lion. What species is that? What type of species is that don't show you any signs that they about to goddamn strike and hurt you? No lion I know. They ain't trying to come up there and hey, you want to do a video on Snapchat? I got time. I just finished eating. I'm feeling good. Just give me a little bit of time to get all this blood off my snout, and then I'll be ready for a Snapchat. Yeah, you and I, or if you want to interview me and ask me about how long I've been out here in the Serengeti, the experiences that I've had to overcome, and how I came, to become the leader of my pride. That was cool. I got a lot of little pups that I bodied them, you know what I'm saying? Because they weren't my pups. I thought, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna happen. But that question was proposed and said, it was like, this dude's up here laughing and joking. He really don't know that manipulation is right in front of you. Like that person really don't fuck with you, but you doing a hellified, goofy, frolic, jovial interview, a comedic interview. You know what I'm saying? And me, I don't mind. I don't mind because the Charlo's going to be the Charlos and that person going to be him, whoever. But that's a perfect example of people who, I have had relationships with some fighters that person knows. And, they went behind my back and said some things and, to get that person, not really to communicate with me. And, that being the case, it's all good because that's just one fighter. You know what I'm saying? I don't get wrapped up in people saying something. If fighter gonna fuck with you, they're gonna fuck with you. Regardless of what people say. They're gonna say, oh, I know. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Just the perfect example. This is a perfect example, right? When Ellie was trying to go at ILTBA and he was trying to tell Errol that, he was trying to check ILTBA in front of Errol and say, why don't you say this and that same way you was saying or whatever. And Errol was like, he has his personality and you have your personality. You know what I'm saying? He say what he's gonna say, you say what you gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Don't trying to front on another media person as if you're gonna be the proven authority. You're gonna sit up here and say, oh well, I'm just gonna suggest to you. I know I'm not on your team or whatever, but this person right here, you don't need to be fucking with them because this, and this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they tried that. It's a perfect example. It happens all the freaking time, whether you know it or not. You have to really be on the front lines and the ground zero to see this shit play out. It's a lot of grimy shit here. Like motherfuckers you don't even know. They'll be listening to your channel. You didn't even know they listened to your channel. And then you say something about a particular fighter, and then they get mad like you said something to them. They done told the fighter what you said, and they get mad because you done said that about the fighter and not about them. You don't even know who the fuck they are really. And then when the fighter say, what's the deal with you? Like, what's going on? Oh, you was doing a live stream. You said this about this fighter. Here we go with this censorship. Here we go with motherfuckers trying to go behind so you won't get credential. And they feel like if they don't see you around, they're stopping you from growing in life. That shit's tough, especially the ones who's out there doing it for an outlet. Just imagine this, y'all. Imagine this. Peep this out. Imagine doing all this media shit for a particular person just to get paid, right? You put in all this work, but you're not able to have a career of your own to the point where you can basically provide for yourself and get health care on a monthly basis, have health care, pay for your health care, and also get to a point where you want to retire. It's people literally working for other individuals in this media business, They're doing all the groundwork, and they believe they're doing something and getting to know and building relationships with these people, but yet they haven't even had an opportunity to establish a career. So these cats are gonna be working. When you work for a promotion, it's no retirement for that. If you media, what retirement is that? If you work with a promotion and you're not working for the promotion, it's a difference working with and working for. If you're media, you're working with a promotion. So when are you gonna build up tenure to retire? That's the way I look at it. Like, y'all are putting in all this work on YouTube, and you really believe like if someone don't have a certain amount of views, they're not getting a certain amount of subscribers, that is somehow affecting them. And I'm saying to myself, 10 to 15, 20 years from now, yeah, you would have made some money, but is it enough for you to stop for the rest of your life and basically support whatever you need to support with your family? What is your people don't understand there's ceilings to this shit. You can do all this media shit online and hopefully get approved for credentials, but when you get approved for credentials and you build relationships, those people are not going to give you a pension. So pretty much you going through the same thing which the fighters go through when they're in the sport, when they're competing in this system. They can compete, they can meet people, they can go up here and build up their freaking their boxing ledger, build up their accolades and achievements all day long. Media can do it too. You got media guys that sit there and they joke around with these people and they feel like they're really important. But these people do not have a full-time job with a retirement plan. Their entire focus is to go from place to place and get interviews for a person to get paid a certain amount of money. It has no freaking healthcare benefits, no retirement plan where you can just get up out of here in 25 years. It has nothing. But they'll walk around you and they'll act like, oh, my video did 100,000. My video did 300,000. Yes, sir. You can tell they don't have nothing else going on except this because they're online all the time. They're online all the time, bro. It's people that sit up here and brag about how much money they got and how much credentials they get. But dude, it's good for now. But when you start getting up in age and you want to just chill and sit back, even off this social media shit, it's so many cats that's what's the word I'm looking for? It's so many cats when it comes to the YTC that's addicted. And it's good to be addicted and establish communication with certain. It's good. It's good in certain cases. But they're addicted to a point where they want to attempt to basically establish a status quo in how they are in real life. They want the YTC and the social media scale of justice to put them at the supreme part of it. Like there's supreme justice out here in life just because they have a certain amount of subscribers and they can have a certain amount of people tuned in. It's fun. It's good. It's good for real. But time never stops for nobody. It keeps going. So you can go to all these fights, get credentials, do whatever. But when you get cut off, when you cannot leave this shit for 3 to 4 days, when you're so addicted where it's your income, you got to keep going. It's taking time off your life now. It takes a lot of time to sit behind this mic and come up and talk about this. It takes time when you're trying to establish a career, something outside of YouTube that you can retire and go on about your day. It takes time. When you look, you can be on YouTube for 15 years. You in your 30s. All of a sudden you're like, damn, hold up. Okay, 37 years old. I haven't started nothing to give me a career. And then they start trying to go find Amazon and shit. I need to go find me something. I need to go to the post office. I need to find something for me, a job. I need to go see if I can get hired at this place and that place. So you do a forecast. You do a whole forecast ahead of time. Okay, in order for me to retire, we're looking at 25 years. 25. So I'm 30. Okay, I'm 30. And then I got them add that 35, 45, 55, and then 60. So shit, I still got a little bit more time. So you want to be working to your 60. A lot of people this day and time, they do work to they well into their 60s. But the amount of time that you putting forth into your YouTube stream, just say you finally get a job that you have to work full time for benefits, healthcare. You can go through health problems, whatever the case. It may force you to get a job. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that when you start calculating all the time you missed on the YTC and you fail to establish a job with tenure, you know what I'm saying, with retirement benefits, that you're going to get a pension, you got a 401k, shit like that. That's when it's going to wake a lot of cats up. Like, damn, I was doing all this at this promotions or whatever. I'm busy up here believing I'm doing something special. I'm meeting all these people, but none of these people are going to pay me a stipend for the rest of my life. When I go to the doctor and your copay is $700+, they're not going to say, hey, I got that. I got that, Shawty. Your copay is $700. I got that. As many times I've seen you at the fight, I got that, Shawty. You have put in unbelievable amount of hours with us. I got you. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm just saying it's not going to work. Shout out to Showtime Shaw News, man. Shaw News, the Sauce Experience, aka Showtime Shaw in the building. What's good with it? Team Tucker official on deck. Y'all definitely check out Shaw News. Check out the UGK of boxing media. That's the truth. The media game, snake driven. For real, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know, he would know. You know, that's one of my colleagues, man. It's snake driven. Good term to use. It's snake driven. For real. Shout out to Jessica on that. I see you. What I'm playing about? What I'm playing about, man? I'm not playing. You are going to experience it. You was like feeling some type of way that, you know what I'm saying? You think that he has an opportunity and that I'm hating on the brothers and all that. Bro, I understand. I respect your opinion, big dog. I do. I respect your opinion. But that has nothing to do when that shit is saturated in the blood come Saturday. That shit is going to be saturated and soaked. You know what I'm saying? Gain nor tide is going to be able to get that shit out. Believe me, it ain't going to happen, brother. I hope you still return to the channel after that. I don't have time for somebody else to be leaving and showing up a year later, all based off one fight, bro. All based off one fight. No. Man, Papa John just delivered a pizza to my house and ain't nobody order it. Look at God. I tell you like this, Blunts. I'm gonna tell you in the best wisdom I can give you. And what we see going on in life, man, when you get shit that's free that your body is consuming, and nobody from your residence ordered that shit, and you crack it open, it looks very delicious, tantalizing. You know what I'm saying? Everything about its decor is delicious. You better be very, very cautious about that shit. I'm just saying, you better be cautious about that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't eat no Papa John's pizza, nobody's pizza, if it was delivered to my house and I didn't order it. I don't care how that shit smelled. Charlo might surprise you, bro. I hope, bro, when I'm not a fan of his personality, but I like the way he fights for sure. I understand that, brother. I understand where you at with it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to let the shade lead the way. I feel you. A lot of my people let the shade lead the way. And the knot that they came back with off their forehead, that hematoma, it's something that stick with them to this day because every time they look in the mirror, it still look like it's swollen in that same area. So you let the shade lead the way, brother. Knowing your way around in the dark is essential. It's very smart. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, to know your way in the dark is profound. Come on, man. In the Masonic fraternity, they say you should know a brother in the light, in the dark as well as in the light. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if it's dark or you're in the light, you'll still know that brother is Masonic. You feel me? So if you're gonna go ahead and follow the shade into the dark realm, hey, I welcome you back on here. I will have an ice pack for your ass. You know what I'm saying? Some anti-inflammatory over-the-counter medicine. I will give you all the essentials of the first aid kit, brother. Because Canelo, I don't know if you heard him MMA, but he said, you will see, you will learn. That's what he said, bro. He said, you will see, you will learn. You know what I'm gonna tell you? You will see and you will learn. You will see and he will learn. He will learn. Real talk. Bro, he talked shit to Castano. He was popping shit about the drums. All that. Bro. Let me go back to the bro. That's out of my age group. But you know what I'm saying? Let me take you back to the bro. The bro. Hold up, bro. Let me help you understand something, right? When you get used to certain individuals, especially if they are on that level, you know, we know them. Other than the average, we know them because they've been on TV. They elite fighters, they world champions. They fighting at the top of the pecking order there. MMA. I get it, but understand when those typical those individuals that typically disrespect people that are in good faith, trying to support them and put them in a good light. You know what I'm saying? This is boxing. This is media. This is just average civilian shit. And them people just known to talk shit and disrespect. Like I think of the things that he said to those other individuals, like the way he used to talk shit about Jerry Hurd and talking about your bitch and talking about gang shit and talking about he got niggas in this group that'll go to prison for life for him and you know motherfuckers broke and he'll kill Jerry Hurd and his bitch. You know he was just going on and on disrespecting fighters. You know what I'm saying? It's beyond trash talking, man. Like this dude is disrespectful. He's disrespected people that didn't deserve it before. You know what I'm saying? He's always ready to pop off. And I don't mind that, bro. But when it comes to when you consider yourself to be on such a echelon of power and you believe others beneath you are peasants, you know what I'm saying? You put them in a mind frame that they're the ones that are the laborers. They're the cheap, expendable laborers. They mean nothing to you. They don't even nowhere come close to you pretty much telling us that you only gonna respect us if we pretty much level out and materialistic. What I have, what you have, is pretty much on the same level. You don't care too much about my character. That's not it. If I have money, if I've had some type of success in business and I can talk materialistic items with you, cool. I think you'll probably more so go about that fake love like that fake respects, so to speak. But the way you treating people that's basically trying to cover the sport, or if you believe you heard something like the situation that went down when he said, hey, unsubscribe to Blue, you know, he don't know shit about boxing and all that. You're willing to go say that to somebody who you didn't help build a channel. You didn't help that build a channel, but you thinking you have that much power to speak and demand and give orders to the same people that you said that was broke. You said we was broke. How will we know anything? We're broke. That's what you were saying. We broke. That's what you said. Jamel Charlo doesn't even have the support of his own people. He been lost. Talk that sauce to him, there, Shaw News. Drop that sauce on him. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, it takes more than a goddamn warm-up. You know what I'm saying? It take more than a fight kit to win your people over. It take more than a training camp to win your people over. If you weren't fucking with your people before then, you up here dogging the fuck out of Crawford. What is this, bro? What is this? You think you just dogging out a dude named Crawford, or you just dogging out another black man? Because you seem to go hard for them blacks. You go hard at them blacks, man. You automatic. You got such a defensive shield. It's almost like you got daddy issues, bro. The funniest ones are the ass kissers of a particular fighter and still haven't been in the same building as them. It's a lot of them out here like that, but you see more and more that's getting out there, and every now and then you'll see them pop up with a fight. You know what I'm saying? All I got to say, catch up. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, catch up. Been there, done that already. BKFC, bare knuckle fighting, boxing, mixed martial arts, grappling tournaments. Man, come on, catch up. I just don't do boxing. Catch up. You sitting up here wondering, oh man, I get this mountain. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. I commend you for your shit. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to you. Continue to grow. Shout out to Toby Bartlett, Mr. International on deck. Salute WCS in the chat. We're global, baby. We're global. Heating up the hot grease with OGWCS in the hottest chat in the YTC. Yes, sir. The hottest in the game, man. Much respect to y'all. Shout out to across the pond. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease in the building. What's good with it, Mr. Sucker Free? Salute WCS, my big bro, in the hottest chat in the game. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, man. Hopefully all is well in them streets, pushing that big rig. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shifting them gears. Good to see you on deck, my brother. They be timing me out. I've been on y'all. I've been on they ass all over the YTC. With a name like Cobain, I know you was out there causing havoc. I grew up with the real Cobain. I grew up listening to that shit. Like I say, we had like 3 channels back in the day. It played rap. We called it rap. Okay, we called it rap, and then we called it rock. Rap rock. You know what I'm saying? And then you had like when they blend in soul, you know what I'm saying, heavy metal, shit like that. But yeah, I grew up with Kurt Cobain, man. I was alive. You know what I'm saying? I still remember. I'll tell you this, Cobain. I can't even drop my logo over there. You know, I drop a logo over there and just put a dot next to it, man. Them motherfuckers want to feel good timing me out. Man, it was supposed to be the first day of my diet, dog. And the devil trying to tempt me. He won tonight. What diet you on, man? You trying to get ready for next summer? What diet you on, man? What diet you on? You on a vegan diet? What diet you on, bro? If I ain't in the chat tomorrow, y'all know what happened. Damn, dog. I'm just saying, be careful, man. People do some weird, crazy, demented stuff today, man. Especially when it comes to, you know, consumption. You have all these people, Uber Eats and DoorDash and all this stuff. And some of them cats be really, you know, molesting your food, man. Seriously. They be up there straight up violating your food. Especially you got some good fries or something from a place or whatever, and they smell them joints coming out, man, they be breaking the seal and everything, man. Be careful with that shit. Be careful with that. The devil's a lie. Hey, the devil's a lie, especially when you get some good pizza, goddamn it. Man, I dropped a link in the chat. I really want to know, since we on fight week, your feedback on, how y'all think this fight gonna play out. And then also I want to hear your feedback on what Steven Espinosa said. I didn't really want to speak on him in combination to what Tio did. I think I must probably speak on what he said today, but I would just say this. I put it out there, like the words that the Espinosa said, hey, it's not, it still can happen type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because there's supposed to be some changes that's going on, and they saying that PBC won't have Showtime as a network after 2024 and all this, right? But Espinosa is now speaking on, Errol Spence Crawford fight potentially being top of 2024. If you remember, he pretty much said identical words last year in October when he went live. It's out there, it's receipts. When he said when the fight day was supposed to be November, and people was wondering if the fight was still, he gonna say, oh, it's a possibility it can still happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a possibility, but things really need to do this, this, and this. And then this is another thing that really irked me a little bit. It did. It really irked me. You know what I'm saying? It was I found it absurd that he was pretty much saying some of the Jack Reese mentality. He was uttering those Jack Reese words. Stephen S. Mendoza came out of his mouth and mentioned that just because the contract says that the winner can choose his weight classes, right? And say, okay, one fighter cannot make the weight, right? And Crawford has been on record as saying that no one has sent the letter over. But let's just say Crawford said, I want to fight at 147. Espinosa is trying to insinuate that the fight would no longer take place. I mean, it wasn't as easy as the fight not taking place, just because the fighter that has the options, the authority, the power, you know what I'm saying? He has the gear shift in his hand to make those moves, and he was the winner. So he's saying, I wanted 47. He's pretty much saying if Crawford if Spence don't want the fight at 147, he can't make the weight, then it doesn't mean that Crawford just go up and do his own thing and the fight won't be at 154. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty much saying it's not going to work like that. And then I was waiting for him to say why it wasn't working like that. Why wouldn't this be a clear example that per the contract, that fighter activated the rematch clause, but the winner said, I want to fight at 147. But the loser who activated the rematch clause is now making it difficult and say that no, I don't want to fight at 147. It's gonna be tough. And the fighter that won, pretty much should be able to move on and do what he do. But Espinosa is making it seem like no, that's not the case. For the spirit of the sport, that's not the way it's gonna happen. It ain't gonna just happen like that. Just because Crawford has the powers and the gear shift in his hand to make those moves, it's not gonna go as fast as you think it is. Because yeah, he activated his rematch clause. If he says he can't make the fight at 47 and Crawford want to have it at 47, that doesn't mean the fight is going to be off. And here's another example of contracts when it pertains to certain people not meaning a damn thing. It's shit. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing, bro. Seriously, it don't mean anything. Y'all hold on. All right. All I'm saying, man, I ain't mad at you for feeling the way you do, man. I ain't here to control no adult and what you think. You know what I'm saying? If you want to support a person that's disrespectful, probably look at you like you ain't nothing unless you got a certain amount of cars, a certain amount of annual income to mirror his, or your overall lifestyle encompassing. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. Like that's what I hear, and that's the vibe I get from this dude. So when it comes for him kissing Canelo's ass and people saying, "Oh man, he has a calm," that's because they used to you turning up all the time. They used to you being a damn live goddamn wire, a stick of dynamite that's lit off. That's what they used to. You being impulsive. You know, you and your brother, you talking about, oh, I'm probably calm because I don't have my brother here. No, that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it, bro. Don't put it off on your brother. Hopefully it had the Uber Eats seal on it. Man, you ain't lying, right? Man, hey, check that seal, goddamn it. See if they had a blow dry in the back seat, goddamn it. They'll damn heat that motherfucker up, take that shit off, eat your shit, and put the seal back on with some super glue, goddamn. It's always a way to circumvent. They be rubbing their stanky ass all over your pizza. I don't trust that. Damn, that's a little bit extreme, Gumbo. God damn, dude. You know how uncomfortable they would be if they was to do that, dog. Hey, what if it had jalapenos on it, bro? What if it had jalapenos on it, man? What you gonna do, dog? Damn, you want to go through that extreme? That person must have pissed you off and then give a tip. That's another thing. It's all about the tip that you give them. Real talk. It's all about the tip that you give them. You don't give them a tip. I mean, they're gonna shake your shit up and throw it all around and say, "Here, sir, ma'am, how you doing? It was nice to serve you. Goodbye." And then you open your shit up and it's all over the bottom of the bag. You know what I'm saying? Cheese is cold, all that. But yeah, Stephen Espinosa came on here and he was talking about the fight and pretty much giving us an indication that the fight is not going to happen this year, unfortunately. I'm just going to take it as it is, man, that the fight isn't happening this year. Because from my understanding, they was both in camp. That's what I was told. Now, of course, things change if by chance they come up with like, hey, listen, we had every intention of making a fight happen this year. But Errol is pretty adamant that he won't be able to make 147 this year. He won't be able to do it. He won't be able to do it. We still want to make the fight happen because pretty much what he's saying is that just because Errol can't make weight this year doesn't mean the fight's going to be off and he's going to fight somebody else. Bud is going to fight somebody else. That's just not the way the spirit of the sport. I'm like, the spirit of the sport? You sound like Jack Reese when he gave goddamn Tyson Fury the long count. It takes me back Jack Dempsey all over again. I mean, damn. Like, real talk. Like the spirit of the sport. The spirit of the sport. I get it. The spirit of the sport, y'all. The spirit of the sport. That you put in a contract that the winner get to choose the weight class. You know what I'm saying? And the loser get if they choose to fight again the rematch, they have to activate their rematch clause. That happens, and that's for the spirit of the sport. That if the loser cannot make the designated weight, which was assigned by the winner per the contract, therefore, for the spirit of the sport, he just can't go off and say, "Well, I want to take the fight. If you can't make 47." And you wanted 54, we ain't fighting. I'm on to bigger and better things. I'm on to the next. No, it doesn't work like that for the spirit of the sport. That's just not the way it works. What? Why put the shit in the contract then? The coin flip worked. Shit, the coin flip worked. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that shit worked real good. The first time we done seen some shit like that, the coin flip worked real good. I ain't gonna lie. That shit worked real good, bro. I just like to see the underdogs win. It's better for the sport. It has nothing to do with me supporting him as a person. Okay, for sure. I mean, the underdogs have won. Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko. Ooh, you talking about underdog. Ooh, you talking about underdog, dog. That right there was the underdog. Serious, truth be told, that was an underdog, dog. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's been many times that underdogs show up and show out. It don't happen all the time, but it happens. Andrew say, I guess deep down inside, I knew it was not likely the rematch would actually happen in December. That's too old. That's too old school for this era. Yeah, you're right, bro. It's extremely old school because they just, Espinosa's come on here just basically denouncing that contractual language. He denounced that shit. It ain't as easy as you think. Just because Crawford win and Spence can't make 147, the fight is not going to happen, and Crawford can move on and do what he want to do. Man, he's putting it out there. No, man, for the spirit of the sport, it's not going to happen that way. So that means Crawford is not going to be fighting anyone until he fights Spence next year. You know what I'm saying? I guess he made pretty decent money so he can fight once a year. But, July is going to come quick in a hurry when we hit 2024. So they have to fight before July. Real talk. Like, I guess, look, you know where I'm going with this. Those of you that's real in touch. Those of you that's in touch now. If Espinosa, once again, I'm put something out there that ain't out there yet. Is Espinosa is up here saying for the spirit of the sport, the fight's not going to happen. For blase, okay? And then, he's just not going to go out and fight somebody else. Then that means Terrence Crawford, his next fight is going to be Spence in 2024. So let's do a little mathematical equations and equality and goddamn pay attention in class and get out your nose and stuff like that. Let's do some forecast. October, November, December. And we're in 2024, people. January, February, March. Let's just go to March. That is half a year in numeric simulation. Half a year is supposed to equate to 6 months. Even though 3 of those months will be residing in 2023, we move into 2024, and that collective will attach 3 more months. I'm just giving time to when this fight can actually be. February, March, more so March, okay? That's 6 months. Now look where I'm going with it. That means Boots Ennis. Damn. You're not going to be able to fight for that IBF, dude. If that's the way it looked, you're not going to be able to fight for it because, Espinosa is up here is insinuating that Crawford will fight Errol Spence next, even if the fight goes at the top of 2024. That means in between time, Crawford is not going to be fighting Boots Ennis for that IBF. That's what sucks about these belts. It's enough for them out there, but when they all tied up on one fighter, and then you have a situation to go down like this with Spence, when he's been campaigning in the weight vision for a while, and he made weight July 29th, but all of a sudden he can't make weight now. You know what I'm saying? It just gets to a point, right, where politics comes into play. So that means Boots is not going to be able to fight for the IBF title. If they're saying that they're going to hold off for both fighters to fight each other next year, that sucks. That sucks right there, bro. That sucks, man. Hey, talk to him, King 47. Yes. How much money did Al pay you, dog? Did you go out there and show Al one of your favorite punches? He said, I got it, dog. My shoulder's sore. I got it. Okay. Hey, man, go get my briefcase. I appreciate that, Michael. Yeah, hey, I want to give you something. I want to give you a token of my appreciation, Michael J. White. And make sure you don't get none of that Scotty White. Okay. And I see him put a picture up there. Don't share that with him. All right. But I'm gonna give you this right here for a token of appreciation for taking the time out your day to show me that punch. Now, when they come in here talking that shit about Al, I'm gonna be knocking niggas out. You know what I'm saying? Al is on a whole nother level now. I've been trained by the best. Al gonna be in that suit, working that special punch. Can somebody give me a glass of water? Oh, I don't have it the way I used to. Yeah, I hear you. Michael J. White, goddamn, up here capping for the PBC. Yeah, I believe what Errol and my friend said. Yeah. And then nobody believed that Crawford would have did. Man, get the fuck out of here. You one of the most versatile mixed martial artists, man. I mean, you know multiple disciplines. You've been in movies, and you're gonna say you never seen Crawford fight. No one's seen Crawford. You act like Crawford was basically slapping people because he didn't know how to throw a proper punch for majority of his career. Stop it, Michael. Stop that shit, bro. You lost a bit of respect from me, bro. For real. I'm gonna tell Auntie on your ass next time. I'm gonna tell Auntie on you that Michael J. White. That's not good for business. That's not good for family, bro. Stop that. No need to rush the rematch. Canelo and May are the next target, and they are occupied at the moment. Well, Andrew, all I gotta say is that they supposed to fight Saturday. How you know it's gonna be occupied after Saturday? Because you know, I heard this the Jamel Charlo kind of try to slide it in there like, oh, we got a rematch. What the rematch? Do anybody know Blunts and Shaw knew Andrew, Toby? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Lost Art of Boxing, the LAB. What's good with it, Q? How you feeling, bro? Do anyone of y'all know what he meant by that? I know he said that if he wins, he's gonna give Canelo a rematch. But somebody asked him, was it a rematch clause? And he said, yeah, it's a rematch clause. But that person asked the leading question. He said, once you beat Canelo, is it a rematch clause? He said, yes, a rematch clause. He said, if there's no rematch clause, then Canelo will pretty much do something else. I said, that didn't make any sense because who wants who? Do you want Canelo to give you do you want Canelo to hang around and give you a second fight just because of the bag? Or you were saying that Canelo win, he's just gonna go fight somebody else. So are y'all trying to goddamn play what's the word I'm looking for? Are y'all trying to put detours up in here or something? I don't get it. Who has the rematch clause to benefit them? That's what I want to know. Who has the rematch clause to benefit them? If Jamel Charlo lose, does he have a rematch clause in there? At least 2 years before Crawford gets a Canelo matchup. Damn, Andrew. You forecast that shit 2 years, bro? Damn. Jeez, goddamn. How old will I be? Let's see. 20, 21. I might still be young enough to goddamn be coherent to watch that shit for real. For real, man. I might still be young enough to watch that shit. 2 years from now? God damn. 2 years. That's a long goddamn time, man. I might be sitting in Golden Corral enjoying the senior citizen discount, goddamn, watching the fight. Truth be told, I'm gonna be up there like, oh man, I feel good. I get these benefits. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm going for my 4th plate. They got them crab legs out there. This shit is good. I'm gonna take a picture. Goddamn, get some of that fried fish, the fish fry. Yeah. Go take me some shit, put them on the damn net. We good, bro. 2 years? Shit, time is a ticking. I was looking forward to Spence's retirement in December. Hey, talk that shit, King. Hey, King. You know what I'm saying? Hey, King, talk that shit, King. He said he was looking for Spence retirement in December, man. Hey, King, like they be saying T.I. King, talk that shit, King. Shit, damn. That shit crazy, bro. He's speaking for everybody. Errol need all the time he can get to make adjustments. But damn, not 2 years. God damn. I just can't sleep on that right. That's a nightmare right there. You know, Crawford being in limbo, he's gonna have to do something. That mean him not fighting Canelo and Charlo. He still is a Hall of Famer. Really, we can't have everything. You know what I'm saying? We are really wishing right now. You know what I'm saying? We got the fight we wanted to say, and yeah, it didn't end the way people wanted to end. That's what happened when you let motherfucking fights marinate too long. I mean, how long you let goddamn food marinate? You don't let that shit marinate for 5 fucking years. You let a fight marinate for 5 years and then it stinks the place up because it's not the entree you wanted. You know what I'm saying? To come out the way it did. You let the shit marinate too long, god damn it. You think the entree is gonna be the way you oh man, this is supposed to be tender. My boy Charlie cooked this shit. It was tender, but mine is a rough. It's like rubber. That's because you had that shit in there for 5 freaking years. It was stinking. Let a goddamn fight marinate for 5 years and then it stink up the place because people up here are unwilling to accept the reality of it. We need this rematch ASAP. I don't know how much longer I can listen to EJ fans whine. I agree, Jessica. I bet you never thought that you would have to play the role of Mama Bear. You didn't think in a million years you growing up that you would have to babysit so many grown men and nurse they punk ass back to health. I bet you didn't even know that. You didn't know that you would be nominated. You know what I'm saying? They was gonna volunteer your efforts because so many of them was going around and they needed a female to nurture them and get them back to health. You know what I'm saying? You didn't think you was gonna be in that position, but guess what? You are. And I want to say, hey, salute to you. I commend you. I really do. I commend you for your effort and your work and your philanthropy. You know what I'm saying? I commend you for that. Going out here giving back and nurturing these dudes back to health and feeding them freaking adult bottles. You know what I'm saying? Mushing up some peas and shit, string beans, corn, carrots. You know what I'm saying? Feeding them and nursing them back to health, giving them electrolytes, Pediasure. Kudos to you, man. You are indeed a pioneer of this era. I salute you. But know this. I hope they provide you extra security because you know what it's gonna be. You're gonna have some niggas that say, I can enjoy this for a long time. I don't want to go back to my independency. I want somebody to take care of me and nurture me back to health for the rest of my life. They're gonna be crying out your bedroom window. They're gonna be crying out your bedroom. They're gonna be cutting the light on in their phone. Jessica, please, just give me one more session. I'm hungry. I need a bath. I stink. I'm dirty. I'm thirsty. Can you brush my hair? Can you cut my nails? Oh my God, this fight ain't happening in 2024. I need somebody to get me to the New Year's. Please get me to 24. Please get me to 24. Motherfuckers be goddamn going through those goddamn clinics, bro. Man, you are pessimistic, boy. God damn. You said 2 years. That I can't even goddamn think about that shit too long. That has insomnia written all over it. You know what I'm saying? That has insomnia written all over it. 2 years before we get, you know, I can live with it, bro. Because you know the one fight I wanted him to win, he win, and he goddamn shook up the world. You know what I'm saying? I shook up the world. He shook it up. Jones say Bud is in a good place though. He can cash out a little bit with the EJ rematch. The odds are damn near in the lap for favorite to win. Retire, wait for Canelo if that's what he wants to do. Bud got the stones, no doubt. He got the stones, and I think since he has the stones, that's why they're gonna try to look at it like the last time that Espinosa came out. They tried to make it seem that Bud was not being reasonable and all that. Well, he wasn't reasonable on July 29th. He wasn't reasonable at all. And he went in there and made it look so easy. Now he has all the stones, and then they just can't kick him to the curb like that. They just can't come in here with something stupid. It don't matter if it's Al Heyman or not. They can't come with nothing stupid. They're gonna say, no, don't do that, man. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Don't do it. Nigga scared. Damn. I'm just saying, Jessica, somebody should told you, man. I don't know what type of friends you got in your circle, but somebody should have made you aware of that shit. They going out here finding females in live chats and say, hey, can we really talk to you in person? Can we just, basically, we just want to brief you on something. Then you'll get paid for your services. But you need to, nurse some of these grown ass men back to health. They got families too. They down bad. You understand what I'm saying, Jessica? They down bad, shawty. They need somebody to nurture them, man. They need somebody to nurture them back to health, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? It's just point blank, period. It's bad. King on deck, what's good? L section shouting out for Nurse Jessica. They are, man. You know what I'm saying? They leaving anonymous shit tomorrow. Just call me ASAP. Call me ASAP. That's all I need. I'm down bad, man. How can I get myself back to the way it used to be before July 29th? That's all. I got to get my strength back. I've been crying my eyes out. I'm dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? My blood pressure high. I just can't do it, man. I lost my taste. It's just too much for me, man. It's just too much. And then you ask him one question: Why you think you feel this way? Oh man, he cheated, man. Bud Crawford cheated, man. I lost a lot of money. He cheated. A nigga cheated, man. I hate that nigga, man. I hate him. Motherfucker, shit. They lost their mind. Canelo not gonna give Bud a chance. I don't think. Canelo won't allow himself to be on the wrong side of history like that. I don't see it. He gonna give him the Andrade payday song, but you can't say that though, because if you look at what Andrade he's been able to accomplish, 2-weight division world champion, cool, it's respectable. But Bud is a 2-division undisputed, a 3-weight world champion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand, bro, but Andrade coming out the woodwork trying to rally and get Canelo's attention. It's a lot of people didn't respect that only because he's been inactive with the people. He really haven't been actively there for the people to connect with him and see what he had going on. He was like out of sight, out of mind. No one really was talking to him. You know what I'm saying? I really hope he does well in this fight against Benavidez too. But Crawford, man, we already know what his achievements and accolades consist of. We already know the performance that he had. You know what I'm saying? This fight was waiting that long, and then it was a one-sided fight. That is a lesson learned to them. Stop letting fights marinate freaking 5 fucking years when it comes to black fighters, and then it's a lopsided freaking fight. It's a lopsided fight. Stop doing that. If 2 black fighters have at a point in their career where they match up very well, let them fight. Instead of making it all about one fighter lowballing the other, or it's all about money. Yeah, you're right, Blunts. Yeah. Canelo said it out of his mouth that if the fight makes sense, he'll take the fight. He did, Blunts. You're absolutely right. He did. He absolutely did. Real talk. He did. I know he said that 47. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. But if Canelo want to be petty like that, well, prove to the people that that one fighter wasn't nobody. Because if Bud Crawford goes in there and fight you, Canelo, and he beats you, then that one fighter is going to be the best on his resume that he'll roll off in the sunset. Seriously. If Terrence Crawford go the distance with you, Canelo, it's going to be a win-win for him. So the money's going to be right. The money's going to be right. No doubt about it. The money's going to be right for you because you Nello, you Saul, Nello, Saul. You know what I'm saying? The money's going to be right. That ain't it. It's just going to be you having a different experience with who you consider to be the little guy because you're not that big, first of all. You're not big, but you have to understand this too. Like Dimitri Bivol was a little bigger than you too. And you being a smaller guy, you still went 12 rounds with Bivol. When you saw freaking Gilberto Ramirez almost get stopped by the same fighter. So Canelo, you are slick. You got mad skills. There ain't no question about that. You have mad skills, no doubt. You high level. You high level. Your boxing IQ through the roof. You know what I'm saying? You can't even put like a limit on his boxing IQ. He's a smart fighter. But you know, you have that enigma out there. You know, Crawford might be the Omaha Riddle. You don't know. You can't just sit up here and say, well, truth be told, he's too small. Man, come on, we can't do that. We can't sit up here and say so and so too small. And you talking about he only fought one good fighter when it comes to your resume, they look at Gennady Golovkin. You don't have a David Benavidez on there when he was champion. You didn't beat him for his WBC belt. But you got a trilogy with Triple G. Here, last fight with Triple G, he moved up to 68 for the first time. He said, man, I was listening to this guy on this rant for 13 minutes. I thought I was listening to my 2-year-old. Man, the type of language that they use and the depth for which they're willing to go to talk this ill will about him, it's not even strange no more. You know, being that you understand who it's coming from, it's not even strange no more. It's not. Because these guys are what you call clout chasing. They are. They're clout chasing. They want one tweet. All they want is one tweet. They keep going and going and going and going. One tweet. They want Crawford because Crawford has a habit of only responding to the people who's getting negative with him. One tweet. That's all they want. And then they'll do 1,000 freaking live streams on it. One tweet, y'all. That's all they want. They want Crawford to give them one freaking tweet. And it's a wrap. I want to tell y'all this while I'm on here too. They have a all heavyweight card coming up. An all heavyweight card. I'm gonna have to split this up and post it on my IG. They have an all heavyweight card coming up. Joseph Parker on there too. Okay. Top Rank has an all heavyweight card coming up, y'all. I think I'm gonna go to this fight. Look, Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou is having a heavyweight super fight on Saturday, October 28th in Saudi Arabia. I might try to grab me a carpet and goddamn see can I goddamn fly that shit over there, man. I might try to go to that. Let me see what goddamn the furniture stores are talking about. For real. I'm gonna try to work that shit out. Truth be told. I'm gonna try to see that shit. Yes, sir. I'm gonna definitely try to make that happen. They fighting over in the sand. I'm gonna try to see if they got some goddamn coupons for that shit. Some see can I get some cheap ass jet fuel? All that shit, man. I'm gonna make that goddamn carpet fly. Hero 6 was calling the boxing commissioners and asking for emails to send screenshots of the bug gloves. I know, man. They keep on running with this bug glove, but nothing came of all them trying to talk about Tyson Fury. Been there, done that, bro. They ain't trying to goddamn talk about Tyson Fury's situation with Deontay Wilder. How much time and effort did they put into that? Ample. They put in ample. Those of you that was back there, they put on ample time of their life, y'all. I'm talking about arguing in the AM. They woman in the bed, cold. They don't have no strong arms. A man just to hold them and show them, yeah, baby, I'm here. This, that, and they're like, you supposed to be comforting your woman at night. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to lay your head down. And you on here arguing with a bunch of dudes. You bitch ass nigga, you weird nigga, going into the AM. Your girl in down in them sheets, cold, shivering. Baby, you coming in here, baby? I'm cold. I'll be in there 3 hours. I'm up here cooking these niggas. Man, god damn, your girl in the bed chills her. She got goosebumps, all that. You supposed to be holding her, man. Body heat like a motherfucker. They up there online with a full panel. Hey, one mic. Hey, one mic, y'all. One mic. Hey, I'm gonna start with you over here. When you initially saw the flopping of Tyson Fury's glove, what did you think? Did you think it was just a glove that was poorly manufactured, or did he have some goddamn stones in there, some egg weights? Did he have some goddamn did he have some avocado seeds in there? What do you think he had? You know what I'm saying? He had to have a blunt force object. You think he had some brass knuckles in there? Them mugs was going crazy sitting on live all night. Will Canelo get more credit defeating Charlo than Crawford? Oh, what's good, Jamal? I was reading your comment. What's going on, Jamal Neezy in the building? Canelo will not get more credit because they expect Canelo to do that. He's moving up 2 weight divisions, but Crawford moving up 1 division, and being that matchup, if it even go down, is going to be very contentious, man. I'm not going to sit up here and say, well, I hope Crawford get the shot. I hope Jamel give him the shot. Man, we'll see if Jamel basically just proves me wrong. Let's see. We got certain people that's really hoping and pushing that he win this fight. Let's see if he's in a position to fight Crawford. Will he do it? That's all I got to say. Because before he got this call up to face Canelo, he was up here saying, tell him to leave me alone. Leave me alone. Man. No. Hell no, bro. Hell no. Yo, shout out Neezy in the building. Nah, bro. No. We can't do that. Salute to you, brother. We can't do that. Seriously. Like he was saying, tell him to leave us alone. Leave us alone. That doesn't seem like a person who's willing to fight. So I'm thinking, for Crawford, he'll get way more prestige fighting Canelo. It'll be a much, much bigger fight. And Crawford's not going to go up on stage kissing Canelo's ass. He's not going to be humble. He's not going to do none of that shit. He's going to tell Canelo, yeah, I want to see And I want you to teach. You know what I'm saying? Because you told Mel Charlo, you will see, you will learn. Okay, help me learn then. You know, goddamn, hey, Crawford say we get active. Crawford tell Canelo to his face, yeah, let me know, Nello. I want Nello to push Crawford like that. Crawford might level change and go in for a single and dump Canelo on his head, and Cinnamon start coming out that bitch. I'm serious. Cinnamon start dripping all over the canvas. Let me see. Let me play this right quick. Blunt just sent me while I'm on the topic. Y'all listen to this. Appreciate it, Blunts.
Eddie, what do you make of Terrence Crawford wanting to jump up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo?
This is Eddie Reynoso being interviewed by Michelle Joy Phelps. Okay, and this is coming via Fight Hype, who tag team off this interview. You know, media shit. And this is Eddie Reynoso being asked that question by Michelle. You know how I know? Because I interviewed her.
What were you the winner overall?
¿Qué te parece todo esto de Terrence Crawford que quiere saltarnos a los 2-3 divisiones? Bueno, pues todo puede pasar si nosotros subimos de peso super welter hasta las 175. Saúl camina en el mismo peso que camina hace 10 años. En los archivos que tengo yo de las preparaciones, cuando peleamos con Floyd Mayweather, caminaba y empezaba los campamentos en cierto tonelaje y ahorita es lo mismo. Lo que hizo fue subir de categoría. Nosotros hemos subido 4 categorías desde super welter, entonces no veo por qué no pueda subir también Crawford.
Look at what we did, right? We went from the super welterweight to where we are now. Canelo has walked around that same weight since he fought Mayweather 10 years ago. I have it all in my notes. And why couldn't Crawford do it when Canelo could? Anything is possible.
Is it a situation where it doesn't make sense for Saúl? Like it makes sense for Crawford. He could win a lot and gain a lot, but not as much for Canelo on his side.
Esta pelea tendría más sentido para Crawford que para Canelo. ¿Sentí que es así?
Pues una pelea de morbo se puede decir. Crawford, lo importante es que él se tiene la confianza. Entonces, pues vamos, ¿verdad? Vamos a ver.
Sí, no. So this is a very it would be a kind of a peculiar fight, a morbid fight where fans will be really into it, but you never know. Like, until it becomes a reality, it will be just speculation.
Eddie, what do you make of?
Well, you know what I'm saying. I mean, you know, Eddie Reynoso is the OG, man, and that's Fight Hype once again asking the loaded question, saying, would he have something to gain from fighting Crawford? You know what I'm saying? I know so many outlets who favor certain fighters, and the way they pose their questions, it's obvious. It's, you know, but they're not going to get reprimanded because of their numbers and them having a team and stuff like that. Real talk. They're not. They're just going to continue to get access to ask these questions. And Fight Hype has had some people that's been known to sit up here and hate on Crawford. Real talk. That's real talk. I don't knock what they're doing, but I've been around. I listen to what they ask. I listen to the damn loaded questions. So if you asking, does Canelo have anything to gain? And yeah, we know Crawford has everything to gain, but what does Canelo have to gain? Well, Canelo, when he was doing that shit, why didn't they do that to him? What did they have to gain by fighting Canelo at the time when he was building up his shit? You know what I'm saying? Somebody gave him an opportunity. Gennady gave him an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Floyd gave him an opportunity to change his life. Everybody was talking about how they knew Canelo for fighting Floyd and took the L, and then he never looked back until he went up there and fought Dimitri Bivol and took and picked up that second loss. But look, nobody really cared about that when it's Canelo because he was taking risks. I just hope in which they come around to say, damn, Crawford's trying to do the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to act like you blind because it's a black fighter that's going out here being successful. But when Canelo was doing the same thing Crawford was doing, people was cheering him on. All of a sudden, it's a problem when Bud do it You know what I'm saying? That's a problem because he ain't lost, but it's a problem when he do it. When Canelo was doing it, it was all good. It was all good. Oh, he's taking risks. He's daring to be great. But when Crawford do it, do you believe he has anything to gain? I mean, I understand the washing powers to get, clothes clean and everything. But when it comes to Crawford trying to gain this, I mean, it's just all dirty and messy. It's not good for the sport. It's not, every time I think about it, it's a sour taste. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, he's daring to be great too. It's just the hating ass niggas out here that don't want to give him credit. They praise the shit out of Canelo for moving up weight classes all the time. But when it comes to Crawford, they sit up here and act like, oh man, this is what he should do. He should fight something. They weren't saying that about Canelo. Canelo can move and groove however he see fit. He can become the franchise champion and ain't nobody saying shit. A couple of people complain about it, but that shit quickly absolved. He can pop dirty for a computer raw and people just let that shit go. They're afraid to ask him about that shit. But let Crawford go out there and beat Errol Spence up, and they trying to act like the man had popped dirty for Pez. It's despicable, bro. It's despicable. Garbage, trash ass media. And as much as sometimes I want to comment on some of this dude, it's not my fight. It's not that. It's really not my fight, bro. I can't go in here and interject myself in the stupidity and buffoonery that these cats got going on, trying to prove that Crawford cheated and his gloves was loaded. It's not my fight. It's not my battle. It's not my battle. I'm letting them continue to do and act and put on the big shoes and the red nose and the goddamn fluffy hair and walk around here and just be the best clown they can be. God damn it. Let them be the best clown that they can be. That's really what it's about. Let them perform the best that they can be. Real talk. That's all I'm saying. They know that payday is huge. Eddie said we jumped up multiple weight class. Why can't Crawford? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like that about Eddie. Eddie an OG, bro. That's why I'm saying, hey, listen to me, Blunts. And the hottest chat in the MFing game, right? Listen to me. And listen to me careful. I said the same shit, man, about freaking Errol Spence. Listen to me, please. If there's anything you haven't did in life, do it tonight. I said that Diddy James would not be able to outcoach Bomac. He doesn't watch film. He's not a student. You can be a trainer and still be a student because there's so much information out there for you to collect. You bound to learn something if you open-minded like that. And then I said there's no way Errol Spence was going to outthink. He was going to outthink Bud Crawford. No way that Errol Spence was going to outthink Bud Crawford. No way that Diddy James was going to outcoach Brian Bomac. I'm saying this for this weekend. This is one of the reasons I've mentioned before. Please take heed to it. There won't be no upset this weekend. It ain't happening. Derrick James cannot outcoach Eddie Reynoso. And Jermell Charlo is not going to outthink Canelo Alvarez. It's not happening. And remember, I told you, time Jermell Charlo gets hit, he stopped listening to Derrick James, period. And he starts to go in there and try to headhunt. It's a difference when you've been in there with a fight and then Derrick said, over that one time, we're going to sit down and watch things, a rematch, we're going to get a rematch. Bing, the bing, the bing, the bing, the boom, bing, boom, bing, the boom, the bouncing ball. Closed captioning. Thank you, gentlemen. When he has film to look at something, with that caliber of fighter, they can go back in there and win. He did it. I gave him props. I gave him his flowers. I said, yes, you handle your business with Tony Harrison. The look in his eyes, that's lion shit right there. That's Jaguar. You know what I'm saying? His shit was zone locked the fuck in, man. I was like, that's what I'm talking about, Jermell Charlo. I felt good. I looked in that nigga. I say that motherfucker locked. Ain't nothing knocking him off his square tonight. He was locked in on Tony Harrison, man. That motherfucking hunt was real that Jermell Charlo was on. I seen it in his eyes. That nigga for real. But Canelo Alvarez is not Tony Harrison nor Brian Castano. He's definitely not Jason Rosario. I'm just telling you straight up like that. When it gets to the point of Jermell Charlo getting hit, because in the Brian Castano fight, he got hit. Both of them, he got hit. When Canelo hits you like that, he's so smart. He knows that you love headhunting. Remember, I told you this, people. When Jermell Charlo gets hit, he love headhunting. He loved just throwing shit and try to headhunt. You know, to opponents that's right there in front of him that he can get away with. Yeah, he'll go to the body a little bit, this, that, and the other. I'm pretty sure. I hope they did, him and Guzman, because on All Access, they had Guzman and they had the rest of his team watching film. I didn't see Diddy James. I didn't see him in the movie room. You know what I'm saying? Diddy James was probably up there freaking arguing with All Access. Man, I'm about to go for a run again through this picture, this trail, man. Get the motherfucking goddamn, get the bicycle and mount the camera on the back of it and one of them electric bikes and let's go ride through the trail. And I'm going to run. You can put this so I can use it on my documentary. You know, Diddy James trying to get documentation for his shit when he retired, so he can do a Diddy James documentary coming to you via Netflix. $2.99 purchase. That's what he's trying to do. Diddy James wasn't even on that motherfucker watching film. When they show, you know, Jermell Charlo in the gym for the open workout, yeah, he was in that den. But when they showed that All Access, it was Guzman and his other part of his team. They had that big ass screen TV, which I like that setup. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That shit was hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit was on point. That big ass screen you got up there. You know what I'm saying? You can sit there and chill, watch film all day. But I didn't see Diddy James in that damn bench. I didn't see Diddy James, bitch. God damn it, I didn't see him there. I didn't see Diddy James. I wanted him to be there watching film. People, take it however you want. Eddie Reynoso is the OG. Look, he ain't the OG, man. Eddie Reynoso is the triple OG, bro. Canelo's the OG. Eddie Reynoso is not being outcoached by Diddy James, man. It ain't happening. I don't give a damn he didn't get Coach of the Year. I don't care about that. That can be politics coming from the promotion and all that. Who knows? But Jermell Charlo ain't out thinking no Canelo. Now, if it was Bud, I'll say, okay, Bud, his ring IQ, yeah, he can figure some shit out. But Mel Charlo, I don't give a damn what the motivational speech is. I don't care about what none of y'all say about goddamn, let's unite as one, as a people. You know what I'm saying? And really support hard Jermell Charlo going to this fight against the Mexican fan base. You cannot go in here at the last minute and say, you know what? I'm going to out support the Mexican fan base. No, they like this shit all year round. The Mexican fan base is here in attendance all the time. It can be a Mexican fighter they don't like to it. If that Mexican fighter is going in there against a black fighter, I'm going, Viva la Mexico! And Viva la Mexico! They're not switching up, bro. You know, to be honest with me, I don't like him that much, but I'm supporting him because he wear the colors. The green, white, and red, he wear the colors. Fuck that puto. He wear the colors. I'm fucking with him. The black fight fans. Man, who that nigga beat? Oh, man, please. Man, he ain't beat enough goddamn world champions for me. The nigga 40-0, dog. He beat 3 world champions. Man, he ain't fought nobody. That nigga, man, he a bomb, dog. He ain't a bomb, man. And then the black fight fans are try to compare the black fighter to another black fighter. Man, he ain't better than Shakur Stevenson. But they in totally two different weight classes, though. That's what I'm saying, man. Shakur, he fight anybody. But this nigga right here, I'm fighting nobody, dog. He been in there fighting goddamn mannequins and shit. You know what I'm saying? He been fighting emotions. He been fighting shoelaces. You know what I'm saying? He can't even keep his shit tied and shit when he in the ring. Oh my God. God damn, man. He be fighting colds. He can't even keep his nose dry. He be fighting goddamn colds and shit. Males had that Spanish trainer also. I forgot his name. Man, you talking about Juan Guzman. Hey, bro. Listen, I understand he has a Cuban. I forgot I forgot where he's from exactly. But that's not how it works, man. Unless your trainer, I know some people that respect the shit out of him. Real talk. But look, if you had that trainer, I haven't really seen how he used it to his benefit. Because Guzman really don't talk. He don't talk at the press. He just sit over there and don't say nothing. That's not gathering the Mexican fans. Like, Guzman should have been talking. I don't like how they do Guzman. Guzman just sit over there, man. He don't say shit the whole press conference. I don't like that, man. He's an intricate role player and getting Mel Charlo ready. And he don't get no airtime, bro. He don't get no airtime. When is this man gonna be able to talk and goddamn let the world know? Yes, I was a former world champion. I'm legit certified as a trainer too, man. It's fucked up. Nigga got pots and pans clanking in his head, mumbling and shit. Man, all I know is closed captions should sponsor Diddy James. I ain't fucking lying. Closed captions should sponsor that nigga. The next outfit we see of Diddy James, his shirt should say closed caption. For real. That shit. Man, please. Man, please. Nigga, I'm about to put closed caption on my video right now. Fuck what you heard. Oh my God, dog. Man, that nigga need to wear a shirt say closed caption sponsored by Bing Bang Bing Beanie Boom Boom Bang. They put closed caption and put the ball bouncing across his shit. Man, what the fuck? But the cheat code, Crawford, he has 11 straight. Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. I didn't come all the way up here for that. They damn, dude, your voice deep as hell. I ain't come over here for all that. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, he beat my guy. He did. But we got that rematch. It's gonna be different. I promise you, it's gonna be different. Now, do me a favor. I don't want to answer no more questions about that nigga. For real. But the last time I asked you, you didn't really let me get it out. I said he has 10 straight stops. Y'all, I'll tell you again. I don't like repeat myself. I'm tell you again. All right. Shit, when Diddy James talk about Crawford, his shit is clear. His shit is clear. Like he's about to give the state of address. You know what I'm saying? He's about to speak before millions. Hello, everyone. My name is Diddy James. And most people know me as just Diddy. Today, I come to you as multi-time trainer of the year. And I've often been asked in my later days, how irritated was I? Excuse me. Sometimes I jumble my words, but how irritated was I when they continued to ask me about Crawford? And I tell you, I was hot. I was furious. I don't like talking about him. I feel he ain't fought nobody. And I still to this day, he ain't fought nobody. Well, hold up. Stop right there, Diddy. He fought your guy, though. That wasn't the real one. See, I know the real one. That wasn't the real one in there. I know the real one. Man, don't nobody want to do that, dog. Diddy needs to go back to selling furniture and take all the couches out of storage. They need to have them couches in there, bro. Because when it's summertime, it's a goddamn 148.5 degrees in there. to the point where Spence had to go sit in front of the fan. So they need them couches in there, bro, so people can lay down and recover. You know what I'm saying? They need some seats in there. They need them seats in the wintertime if they're not going to have any heat in there. And it's going to be freezing cold. They're going to need to get on that couch and wrap up in some blankets and then go to start working out. They got to get the body temperature at a certain temp or whatever, get the core right, and then jump up out that bitch and start jump roping. They put him on the back burner on shit. Diddy doesn't have the time to watch film. When he's not training doing his 2-hour slots, he's selling and moving furniture around in the world-class furniture store. Hey, man, I think Toby, real talk, when it come down to, the furniture store, I think he have his fighters really use that as a part of their strength and conditioning, Toby. I'm not going to lie to you. I think they use that as a part of their strength and conditioning. You know what I'm saying? They be goddamn military pressing, dresser drawers over their head and shit, nightstands, end tables, all that shit, sofas. For real, man. JD, what's good? Diddy James gonna forget what round it is again. Man, you saw him, you heard him in the press conference and say, Canelo, he's a super middleweight, undisputed the world champion. I was like, God damn, you forgot what division? I mean, God damn it, did you know how much weight Jermell Charlo was picking up? You up there stuttering like you didn't know what division it was. That furniture store, that pledge can be a motherfucker, them fumes and shit. Diddy gonna be checking Nello gloves at the end of the fight? No, he ain't gonna fuck with Nello gloves. Cause Nello the type of nigga that was goddamn say, hold up, you check my gloves? You think I need to do what? You think I need to cheat to be? He was easy. It's no hard at all. I said, you will see, you will learn. He learned. I said that on stage. He learned. What are you checking my gloves for? I say I don't need to be, I don't know what animal I need to be to go against lion, but that wasn't no lion in there. That wasn't lion. Real talk. That wasn't lion. That wasn't real lion. You know what I'm saying? That was kennel cat. Yes, that was a kennel cat. I just picked up from the kennel. That was previously a stray. That wasn't real cat from jungle. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Y'all hold it down. I did my 2 hours, man. Carlos say free Bo Mac. No doubt, man. Appreciate you putting that up there. Shout out to Carlos for free Bo Mac, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that up there to close out this live. Appreciate. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game. A-Side official. Appreciate y'all for then stopping in and pulling up on WCS, man. We should do it again. Tomorrow is weigh-ins. It's Friday. Y'all behave yourself out there, man. Stay out of trouble and shit. Keep your nose clean. You know what I'm saying? Like they used to, hey, young buck, keep your nose clean out there, man. I used to go look in the mirror and say, shit, hey, aerosexual, y'all got any more Kleenexes? Can I get one? I need to keep my nose clean. Y'all keep fucking up. Obviously, y'all ain't paying attention. Give me a Kleenex, nigga. I check my nose and shit and see if that shit clean. I said, all right, my shit good to go. Then I hand that used tissue back over to the aerosexuals. You know what I'm saying? That's giving back to the community. But y'all handle business, man. Peace, salute. I'm out.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss. Now you counting stars. Should've practiced more. Should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports.